Welcome back to America Decides. A new CBS poll finds a large majority of the public are in favor of the U.S. taking steps to address the issue of climate change. CBS News Director of Elections and Surveys, Anthony Salvanto, joins us now for a recurring segment with our CBS News Data Desk to analyze what our polling means and what it means for the presidential race. Anthony, good to see you.
How are you, Caitlin?
So let's talk about this new polling in honor of Earth Day. Who exactly is in favor of this and who isn't?
Well, here's that number you mentioned at the top. It's that big 70% who say, yes, the U.S. should be taking steps to address this. But let me show you this. The number of people who say that it is very important to address climate change, quite frankly, it does not rank near things like the economy and inflation on the issues list. But when you drill down and look at, well, who does say that it's very important, take a look at this because it speaks to the politics here. It's people who voted for Joe Biden, much more likely to say it's very important. It's Democrats in general, and it's younger people. All of these are key parts of Joe Biden's coalition. So that underpins not just the messaging that he may have to do in the campaign, but also a key constituency. And I'm going to add this because, yes, we get partisan splits. I mentioned the Democrats. Yes, the Republicans are divided on favoring the U.S. taking these steps. But let me go back to that young people thing for a minute. Take a look at this. Younger Republicans are more likely to favor the U.S. taking steps. So it's not just straight partisanship. A lot of age, a lot of young voters in there, and that sets up a really interesting dynamic for the campaign on this issue, Caitlin.
Yeah, more of a generational divide than a political one. That's fascinating. I mean, the administration has been pressing this idea that new energy is good for the economy. But do voters necessarily agree with that?
This may be the most important part of all this, right? Look at this split on whether efforts to reduce climate change will help or hurt the economy. This is very closely divided between help and hurt. And what's important here is that there's been for years, for decades, an argument, whether it's climate change, whether it's the environment, of whether or not people could afford to take steps to help. And we've often seen that people who say it will hurt them financially, even if they think it's important, don't immediately support these steps. And in fact, we see that right now. Take a look at the price of gasoline. If you say that the price of gas has lately been hard or difficult for you financially, you are much more likely to think that efforts to fight climate change are going to hurt your finances than if the price of gasoline doesn't impact you. So it becomes a pocketbook issue, and that underpins that key point in the argument about what all this means, Caitlin.
Yeah, and Anthony, related to that, electric vehicles, of course, have been a big point of contention for this administration. How are voters feeling about that? What are you hearing?
That is where the rubber meets the road for a lot of people. Look, it's very divided. When people don't think that the U.S. should be prioritizing that, yeah, they think it'll hurt the economy and jobs, like I was talking about. They also don't like the idea of the government that they believe forcing you to buy something that you don't want.
Yes, a tale as old as time on that one. Anthony Salvanto, thank you very much. That's fascinating.
Thank you.